Well, this week I lost 2.6 pounds for an overall weight loss of 21.8 pounds for the week. So that's a good job for me. And you know, this wasn't all about losing weight this week. I also failed at my uh, making gravy. It was more like tar than it was gravy. And what else? Oh yeah, and I did have some success making my Greek salad. But like I said, I lost 2.6 pounds this week with an overall weight loss of 21.8 pounds, and that feels like um, a, a really good milestone for for me. Passing the 20-pound um, weight loss mark. It feels like real like I'm making real progress on my weight loss. So um, so I'm happy about that. But but this week wasn't perfect. That's like most weeks. Uh, like I said, my gravy, it completely failed. It looked like a tar monster than anything else. The problem was I had, I think, too many ingredients that I was trying to overcomplicate it, and I was putting in all these different spices and potions and stuff, and and it just turned like black. And at one point, this giant this giant bubble came up from out of the pan. It looks like it was taking the form of some type of monster or something. So I had to beat that down. But I figured out what I did wrong, and and I've already simplified the uh, the recipe. So next week I'm going to make it again and and see if that fixes it. But on the positive side, I did make my Greek salad again, and that came out perfect. I I uh, I made some adjustments to the salad dressing. I put more of the red wine vinegar in there, and now it's perfect. And I'm thinking I'm going to be making that salad on a regular basis now. I did have plans on making my Mexican red rice, but I just couldn't do it because my back was hurting, and that's one of the things that I'm learning about my weight loss journey is that I can't stand in the kitchen for long periods of time and cook. I there is a certain amount of time that I can cook, and then I just have to go and sit down because the pain in my back was getting uh, too bad. And this week I just couldn't bring myself to you know get up and go and make that big dish. But I think what I'm going to do to solve this problem is that I'm going to plan ahead, and I'm going to do as much prep work as I can, like doing all the dicing and the chopping and the mixing, and do that ahead of time so I can just throw all the ingredients together and cook it. So I'm not standing there for a long period of time. And I think that might work, and I'll try doing that. So for next week, I'm like I said, I'm going to plan on making my Mexican red rice, but I'm also going to also make my slow simmered um, pinto beans, and I'm going to make one little adjustment to the recipe. I'm going to add some liquid hickory flavored smoke. Um, yes, but only a little bit. That liquid smoke is, it's very strong. I hear. I never used it before, but from what I hear, it's um, it's pretty powerful. So I'm just going to use a little bit. Like I'm going to start out with like a fourth of a teaspoon, and let that um, cook for about 10 minutes, give it a taste and see what it's like. So I'm going to be making my Mexican red rice and my slow simmered pinto beans next week, and I might even make some gravy too. Maybe I'll try that again. So this week was a real mix of success and setbacks. I mean, I lost weight. I had one recipe that failed. I had one recipe that turned out really good, and that's what real weight loss looks like, in my opinion. Um, it's not going to be perfect every week, and you just got to learn from your mistakes and just keep going forward. Now, if you're on your own weight loss journey, I would really like to know, what is one recipe that you completely failed at, but tried again and it turned out great? Uh, let me know in the comments. My name is Ron. I'm a 62-year-old man trying to lose 200 pounds on Weight Watchers, and I'm loving every minute of it. And that's it for this video. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.